Now, please welcome Dr. Harmeet Singh, Assistant Professor and Deputy Director ITR, City University, Ludhiana, to address the audience on the topic Issues and Challenges on Idea Generation and How to Protect Promising Ideas. Sir holds his bachelor's and master's degree in computer applications and went to Italy in biorobotics. He has filed more than 31 patents, out of which 11 are already published and 14 granted. He has also published 17 papers in international journals and conferences. Please give him a big hand.
So good afternoon to all. So you already heard about entrepreneurship ideas. So you think that we need to protect that ideas? Yes or no? Okay. So we will talk about a small story, why we need patents, and we will understand what's the difference between a process patent and a design patent, what is copyright and what is trademark. So you will understand this with the story, but before that we will just discuss what is patent. So patent is a form, so this is the only theory slide in this, rest we will just discuss the examples. So patent is a form of intellectual property that give its owner the legal rights to exclude other from making, using or selling any invention for the limited period of years. Okay. So just imagine you have a factory and you are already manufacturing shoes with unique design, or maybe you are using different sensors in shoes. So we will talk about what is unique about that shoes, and you are selling and you are happy. Just imagine some other person copied that idea and started a new factory and start selling the shoes at lower cost. So can you sue that person? Yes or no? How you can sue that person? Because you have not applied for any patent or any design patent or process patent. So in that case, if you want your product to be yours, so we need a patent. But before that, as Atipriya sir said, we need mentors, we need motivation. So I will talk about my motivation. When I was in my bachelor's in 2010, I have a lot of ideas, but I have there's no guidance for me that how I can apply patents. But we are not aware about patents at that time. You know, I just sent an email to a person which was my role model. So I just sent an email to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So that was my motivation. So I just sent an email that, sir, I have a lot of ideas. I want to implement that idea, just guide me, because at that time teachers was not that much updated that they can guide us like how we can just make a new product. So I just directly sent the email to APJ Abdul Kalam, and I got a reply after 1 month that he said that okay, just go to these companies, they will help you, but still there is one thing missing: how I can protect my idea. So I went to a company, Havels, and I discussed about one idea. I think you heard about a fan with lamp inside that fan. Yes or no? So I went to Havels with the same idea in 2010. Sir, I have an idea that okay, can we place the lamp inside a fan and we can control using a remote? They said no, it's a wastage of time. We are not going to implement. After 3 months, Luminous came with the same fan. So they have the same features, but at that time I was not aware about patents and I have not applied the patent. So they stole my idea. Another example, have you heard of refrigerators with MP3 player or touchscreen? So my one of the friend went to another company, Whirlpool. So he said that can we put MP3 player inside a refrigerator? They said no, it's not possible. But again, Whirlpool came with the first refrigerator with MP3 player. So if you want to discuss an idea with anyone, even with me or any like a company, or so you have to either apply the patent for that or maybe copyright or something. So means you have to protect your idea. So we will just talk about if you want to apply a patent or for your design or maybe for your utility, what are the different requirements. So you will understand what is what you call a patent. So first of all, it should be novel. Like sir said that it should be innovative, it should be novel. Means it should not be present in the market. Let's say an example, if you want to build a new engine is already there. So you know the efficiency of engine is I think 60 or 50%. If you want to apply a patent for engine, just increase the efficiency by 1%. So you can apply the patent for that. Means it's a novel. And it should be useful. Just see, these designs are novel, but they are not useful. So means if you want to apply a patent for your design or utility, it should be novel, but it should be useful. And last, it should be non-obvious. So we will take an example. So all are you using a mouse with your computer? So can we make a novel mouse? Now, just idea now. So what we can do? So we can place one pressure sensor on the mouse, okay, which will detect the means the time that you are spending with your computer or the pressure on your hand. So first feature is done. It's novel. It's not present in the market. You can apply the patent now also. Second, it should be useful. Yes, it's useful because it tells the user that yeah, you are using your laptop for like 5 hours or 6 hours. But just imagine, with your mouse, if you place pen stand with your mouse, it's novel. Do you think it will be useful if you having a pen stand with your mouse? It's going to be useful or no? No. So they will reject. It's not useful. So means we can place a sensor on the mouse. It's useful, it's novel. And last is non-obvious. Just imagine I have applied the patent mouse with pressure. I forgot to add on off switch. So somebody came, sir, I want to apply a new patent. So the new feature is that there will be one on off switch, which is already obvious. If you are using a mouse, the on off on switch should be there, even if you are not putting in the mouse. So you have to see these three criteria if you want to even start a startup, even if you are just going to sell a product or any process. So you have to you have to consider the three requirements. And also there are some items which you can do the patent, like if there is a business method, you can apply a patent for the business method, for computer software, computer hardware, for games, jewelry, machines, magical tricks, even for the makeup, the composition of the makeup you can apply patents, musical instruments, perfumes, sporting goods. But you have to remember that there are some things in which you can't apply patent. For mathematical formula you can't apply patent, substance found in nature, scientific principle, surgical method, procedure and invention for criminal purpose. So we will take an example. So you will understand what is process patent and design patent. So first you can see this is a smart shoes. We already filed the patent for this. So in this shoes we are giving three features. So first, if the person used to drag the feet, I think dragging of feet is not a good habit. So when you drag your feet, this shoes will give you the feedback. Second, if you are talking with someone and sitting at the same position for more than 15 or 20 minutes, this shoes will give you the feedback, yes, that you have to change your position because it's not good for the lower limbs, means it's not good for the blood circulation. And last, if you want to go, like you want to use the stairs and if your half feet is in the air, so this will give you the feedback, yeah, it's not safe for you. So means it's novel, it's useful and it's not obvious. So we applied patent, like we applied the process patent for this one. And the second one is sanitizing mat. We are not able to find process patent for this because in this sanitizing mat we are using a sensor which is moisture sensor, which detects the presence of sanitizer in the sponge area, which is the yellow one. So when you just stand on the sponge area, it will detect the presence of the sanitizer and it automatically sanitizes your shoes. So we applied the process patent, but it's rejected because they said that this is not novel because this feature is already used in the agriculture area, because they are automatically controlling the water supply based upon the moisture in the soil. So but we counter that We said, but this design is unique. So we applied the design patent and it's granted. So it means that we can sell this product with a unique design. So you have to be very careful if you want to start anything, whether you want to put that thing in a process or in a design. Another example, I went to PGI Chandigarh. I was working with ICMR, but before going there, I already applied the patent. So we were working on a band. So during COVID, there is a very famous advertisement of Apple Watch in which when you wash your hand, it automatically detects the washing time. Have you seen that advertisement? So when you wash your hand, the Apple Watch start the timer automatically. How? It just detects the voice or of the tap, and it's the movement of the hand. So I went to ICMR. So we said that okay sir, it's not advisable to touch the hand during like any surgery or something because it's a COVID time. So I built a smart band in which when we touch our face, it gives the feedback to the doctor also and the person wearing that band. So it was unique because there's a real problem with that because you can't touch your face when you're in hospital. But just imagine if you have a band or watch that will do the work for you. It will give the feedback that while you are touching, because basically in 1 hour we are touching our face I think more than 10 or 20 times just to adjust our specs or something. So these are the ideas, real-time ideas that we are working. And some people think filing a patent is a long process. No, you can publish your patent in maximum to maximum 1 month, and if you want the grant of that patent, design patent, you will get in 1 month. So very easy process. First we need an idea for sure, like sir said that we need an idea. After idea we have to review whether the idea is novel, it's useful, or it's not non-obvious. So when you got your idea, then we have to draft the application. So you have to just write that thing in an application, and City University used to provide all the things. So you have to just draft the application. Then we send the application to the attorney. They convert your application into more technical or legal language, because when you apply any patent, they convert your technical thing into claims, because you have to claim. So like in smart shoes, I claim that my smart shoes will give the feedback to the user when the user used to drag the feet. So this is my first claim. So they will convert your application into 10 or 20 claims. Then there is the examination request. For idea formation, it's very easy. Disclosure form, you can see. So it's very easy. So there are a few questions, like you have to define the title of your invention, and basically you have to tell the state of the art. Means you are comparing your patents with the previous art, and you have to tell that okay, how your patent is different. So what are the unique things, and you have to give the flow chart also. I think you heard about flow chart and the block diagrams. Okay, so in this diagram you have to just give the 3 or 4 points. Rest is the work of the attorney. After your form, when the idea is there, we have to review. First we have to check whether these things falls under non-patentable items or not. If no, we will go for the drafting application. So it's very easy for you. So there are 2 kinds of a drafting application. So if you are completely ready with your idea, we can apply the complete application, and in which if you want to publish that application, early publication, it will be published within 1 month. So when you file a patent, it's yours. You can sell that patent and nobody can copy that patent. In second case, just imagine you are not completely ready with your application. Means you said that okay sir, I want to make a shoes with this, but I am not aware about the technology. I know that I want to give these features, but I am not aware about the technology, how I am going to do. So what you can do, you can go for a provisional patent, in which you have to just write these are the features I want to give, but I am not aware of the technology. So the government will give you 12 months to complete your application, but you can secure your idea, and it's very beneficial. After that, it's very easy. There is examination request. They will check all the things, novelty, whether it's useful, non-obvious requirement, and they are going to raise the objections. Sometimes the objection is like one document is missing, because we already have 72 patents and 42 are already granted. So the objections are like one signature is missing, but sometimes they said the view of the product is not clear. because when you're filing a design patent, if you said that I want this mat as a design patent, so the view of the product should be clear, okay? Then they will grant. So you will get this certificate. And I think you have seen this certificate near the reception. Have you seen these certificates? Okay. So we already have 72 patents. And when you get the grant certificate, your patent, the validation is of 20 years. After that, it's public. So anybody can use that patent. So some people think just drafting a patent, it's very difficult. No, you just need 2 or 3 tools. First, for drawing, if you are not good in 3D designing, you can use your pen and pencil, and you can just start drawing using 3D designing you have to do of your product. Rest, IPSL is there in City University, we are there, and our attorney is there, that will convert your 3D design into a real virtual design. Then you are already aware about block diagram. You are aware about block diagrams? In which just you have to show different components, how they are communicating. Have you seen flowcharts? So what are the tools you are using for flowchart? Don't say PPT, PowerPoint presentations. Most of the people, they use PowerPoint for flowchart. Am I right or wrong? So best is use something professional, free of cost. There's no cost. It's lucid chart, okay, in which you have to just log in with your Google account. It's more professional. You have to drag the features, like I want to start a new chart, and you can write anything you want to write, okay. Then we have different features, like for process, you can show the process, and for data, we can show this one. The best thing is that you can directly attach, it automatically does the formatting, because when you go into file a process patent, when you want to show a process, so you should have your process clear. Like in our shoes, we have to show the process. So we show the process that okay, this shoe will get the data from which sensor of this. So this is the best online website in which you can make your flowchart. Then if your thing is having the circuit diagram, if you are having a hardware, so you can just do it with your pen or pencil, in which you can show that okay, this sensor is communicated with this one. So the best thing about this patent is that last year we filed a patent with 8th standard school student. Okay, he got an idea that he came to me that sir, during this time when we burn the paddy straw, so the smoke used to come inside the car. He just said that there is a problem. So we just search on the internet how we can solve this problem, because smoke used to come in the car also. So there is an option of ventilation in the car. There is a auto ventilation. Have you heard of auto ventilation in the car? So what it do? Auto ventilation in car. So what is the feature of that? So the functionality of auto ventilation is that it used to maintain that particular temperature. Or if you set 22 degree, it used to set the 22 degree. It automatically turn on the ventilation irrespective of the air quality. So we used that technology. We introduced one sensor, air quality sensor. So it automatically turn on and turn off the ventilation based upon the air quality. So we filed the patent, we published the patent. Next, we got an idea that when you want to go to hospital in a rush, so you have to call the ambulance. An ambulance usually take 30 minutes to come to your home. But do you know that the sirens in the car are legal or not? Are they legal? So can you make the car's siren legal? Is it possible? Can you make your car ambulance? So we got the problem, we got the idea. So what we did? We introduced sirens in the car, but you have to request the doctors or police to activate the siren for you. So means if it's like you have to just do the video calling to doctor or maybe police, so they will activate the sensor for you. So people said, okay sir, it's very easy to bypass. There is a special mechanism in that siren. If you try to open that siren, it will sends a message to the police that somebody tried to bypass the system. and they will give you, you have to pay the fine. And third, when you reach your destination, any hospital or something, it automatically disconnect the siren, so your car will be a normal car. So we are working with real life problems, so we applied this. And this siren one we already had a meeting with Maruti also. So the next part is that if you applied lot of patents, like we have 72 patents and I have 31, out of 14 are already published. So now we are doing for the commercialization, next step. So we already had a meeting with Maruti that can we implement this siren system in their already existing car, or it will be a feature in the car. So there is no need for the ambulance. Your car will be your ambulance. So you have to just request the police, they will activate siren for you. So there is one small video for your motivation.
He was never offered a top Division I scholarship. Scouting reports said his explosiveness and athleticism was below standard. His first book was rejected by 27 different publishers. They said his material was too different and would never sell. He was 4 years old before he could speak, and 7 before he could read. Teachers said he would never amount to much. Due to poor grades in high school, he was rejected 3 times by the University of Southern California School of Cinematic Arts. Her first book was denied 30 times. She was told repeatedly, "Sorry, that just wouldn't make a good book." He was fired from a newspaper for not being creative enough. They said he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. She was fired from her job after her boss told her that she was too emotional and just not fit for television. His teacher said he was hopeless and would never be a composer. He dropped out of college after 1 semester. At 30 years old, he was left devastated and depressed after being removed from the company he started. They overcame many obstacles and many doubters and had the rare courage to create a life that was true to them.
So thank you so much. So if you have any query, you can ask. So now we can start with the activity. It's a small activity. It will take max 20 minutes. Okay, 25 minutes. So just make a group of 10 people. So you will have to find any real life problem. Okay, just example like the current scenario of paddy straw, maybe traffic issue, maybe some hostel issue, not in the university, just the general education issue. So you have to find out one topic and you have to divide your chart into 3 sections: problem and solution for that problem. And you have to leave that suggestion portion so that when you appoint one leader from your group, that person will give suggestions to other group in that chart. So if your idea is best, we can apply patent for that, okay, and there will be no charge for you.
Are you done? How many of you have done? Groups? I said it is. Okay. Is everyone done? How many problems do you have? So many. You just need to write 3 more. You have written 2? What? What write your person? The answer? You don't have any problem with it? Sleep problem? Okay, those who have done, please raise your hands. Those who have done. Okay, the group which he has done, please come forward. The group which has done, please come forward. Everyone over here, please. Okay, what's your name? Okay, yours?
Mini.
Rahul Goyal. Okay, so they have written some problems, right? And they have given some solutions also to it. I'll not read down to the suggestions. We'll ask the suggestions from you. If you feel that the problem which they have written and the solution which they have come is apt or not. Okay, so what's the problem?
So the problem is about the uninvited or non-invited guests at weddings or functions. So that is the problem we are facing quite today.
Okay, do you think that this is the general problem? No? Okay, how many of you feel that yes, this is the general problem? And how many of you feel that this is not the general problem? Okay. Okay. So let's assume that okay, this is actually the general problem of the society. Let's hear out the solution from them.
So the solution is instead of wedding cards, the palaces which the event are organizing, they can have a QR system based. In that, they can have the name, details of the members who are visiting, and also, if possible, the image of the person, so that at the entry of the gate of that wedding function or any palace, they can scan that, and instead of wedding cards, the QR can help them, and it will lead to hassle-free as well as wedding card free entry, and also the outsiders who are trying to get in will not be allowed.
Do you like the solution? At least give them a big round of applause for trying it out. So thank you. Okay, do you have any suggestions for them? Any other suggestion to this problem? Sorry? Any other suggestion? Okay, done. Thank you so much. Thank you. Next.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kevin Richard, and I'm in class BBA. This is my first sem, and here are my friends. I'll allow them to introduce themselves.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Himanju Shikhadas. I'm from BBA first sem.
Everyone, please pay attention to them, please.
So, as we were saying, I was volunteering before. So I just stormed up with some ideas. So I didn't write the solutions, but I know, like I have it in my head. You can't see it, but there are 3 problems that I have developed. As a student of the hostel, this university, we stay in rooms that don't have attached bathrooms for some of us. And there what happens is, we're going with the third. We'll go like this. And the last one is obstacle scan. What I want to say is, we all have cameras outside the washroom that anyone, as soon as they go inside, they can be seen in the camera. Now what this obstacle scanner can do, in my head it is pretty simple. So when the toilet is made or the washroom is developed, we can use like a virtual reality type or a scanner that will scan exactly all the places in the washroom and will make a diagram of it virtually in an app. Now what it will do is, whenever there is a certain break or something is broken or the water pipe is started to leak, it senses it. Now, as soon as it senses it, it will give an indication to the department through an app, and then the department head can come and check out. If it's broken, it will give you the exact date and time, so you can check who went before, who went afterwards, the time of the break. So it will be easy for identifying who did it, or it will be easy for identifying what has happened due to the 3D scanner. Now, this is just the last idea that I had. Now we'll go with the second, pollution indicator. Now what happens is, here nowadays and everywhere actually, we all love using cars and driving cars. Though we're having now electrical vehicle, but still we like the sound of race cars and all of these kind of cars, fossil fuel used cars. So we have a pollution indicator that will be inserted in each car. Now what this pollution indicator will do, as soon as you reach a limit that your car starts, giving a lot more pollution, it will indicate the user of the car through the app, and what it will do is, based on that, after analyzing the smoke, it will give you suggestions on what might be wrong in your vehicle, and it will give you the nearest mechanicals with Google Maps, the nearest mechanics and all that contacts. So you can go and fix your car. And the last idea that we had, like all of us in this university, let's develop an app of the university. Now, okay. Now the question is, what will we do? Like, what are they talking about? What will be the app? Now, this app will be very good for all of us. Now, how many of you want to know, do we have a free lecture next class? Or how many of you want to know that we have an event today? How many of you would like to know what time is the library opening? How many of you would like to know, is the library full or not? How many of you would like to know that is there someone new coming to the campus? How many of you would like to know that that from this particular time to this particular time is a time for, I guess, a visit or something? With this app, what we can do is, it will connect each and every one of us based on it. And there's one more for hostelers especially. There are some certain stores around here. What it will do is, it will take all the names of the stores and what products they sell, and it will also tell you that what product is there right now and what has just finished, and it will give you a live indication. So for you, if you want something inserted for hostel people and it is not there in the university right now, and you know it, so you can go out and purchase it. It will help you in that way. Then there's one more thing, it will be for classes. Now it will connect each class with their teachers. And what it will do is, if a student has a problem in certain question or something, he can send a link directly into the group. And it will be connected with all management classes, for example, for management. And teachers will get an idea that what problem is going on, and they can come and invite. And there's one more thing about this. This app helps you know whether the teacher is absent or not. Will there be another lecture, or is the teacher coming 5 minutes late, or due to some technicalities it's taking time. It will let you know. The students will be connected through one. And about the last thing, like the previous one, Evite. We were also talking about, instead of invite into weddings, why don't we try Evite, electronic vote? It has been a whole past thing, like for the few years, people generally use Evite. Now what it does is, Evite will help you. So first you send a wedding card, for example, with invitation, you and your family. And there will be a website or a link to the Evite. You join into that Evite, and the Evite will help you to check like how many members are coming with you from your family, what will you, and it will give you a code also, so you don't have to like carry your card everywhere you go for entrances or something. It can be used with your phone. Just go and show that you have been invited, your name, it will automatically detect it, and you will be invited in the weddings. and it will be like +1, +2, +3. You can all tell it 48 hours before any program. So it will be convenient for the person who is hosting because he will have an idea what is going on, and similarly, this all.
Thank you so much for this wonderful ideas. And one announcement that, I was discussing with Dr. Harmeet sir also over here. One announcement that we are going to make right now on behalf of the worthy management. Both the ideas, their ideas and the ideas which was presented before him, we are going to incubate and support these ideas in the university. So they are going to get the support from the university itself, right? If in case, with the other ideas, those are coming after them, if your ideas would be having that perception and that value proposition for the market, we are going to incubate you, we are going to give you the co-working space, we are going to give you the access to the resources of the university without charging anything. So we give all the access to you. And Dr. Harmeet Singh is going to help you out in developing the prototypes for that. Okay, so these two ideas will be incubated right in the university. Now let's move on to the next idea. This will be the last idea which will be taking up on the dais. Okay, over here. After that, we'll move out to the refreshments launch. But before that, I would request the volunteers to please collect the charts from all the persons. Or rather, let's do one thing. We'll have a group photograph, and the groups which are having the charts in their hand, they'll be coming down over here by holding the charts, right? And I request all the faculty members also to please join us for the group photograph. Thank you. Okay, so we have the next group with us. So please introduce yourself first, and then the problem and the solution. But just request, make it please.
My name is Harmeet Singh. My name is Kamgapa.
My name is Anjali.
My name is Mehak Victor.
My name is Mohit. We basically ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਥੋੜਾ ਤੰਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਲਾਈਕ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨਾ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲਸ ਫੋਨ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜੇਲ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਹਨਾ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੇਜਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲਸ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਗੈਂਗਸਟਰ ਬਣ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਮ ਜਨਤਾ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਪੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਲਾਈਕ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਇੱਕ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਿ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਚੈਟ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਆਈਫੋਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 에ਅਰ ਡ੍ਰੌਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਪਰਸਨ ਜਾਂ ਬਲੂਟੂਥ ਔਨ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਦੀ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਲਾਈਕ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਚੈਟ ਤੇ ਹਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਣਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਸੋ ਦੈਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਇੰਸਟਾਲ ਹੋਵੇ ਐਵਰੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲ ਫੋਨ ਨੂੰ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰੂਗਾ ਉਹਦੀ ਨੋਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਆ ਜਾਊਗੀ ਸੋ ਦੈਟ ਉਹ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲਸ ਦੇ ਨੈਪ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਰੇਟ ਵੱਧ ਰਿਹਾ ਜਾਂ ਗੈਂਗਸਟਰ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ
Lovely, lovely idea. We have intellectual students sitting over here, full of ideas. Does anyone else want to present? Or should we wrap it up? Bhook lagi hai sabko? Okay, then, so thank you so much. But I'll request the media team to please, okay, all the faculties, please come over to the stage. And the groups, please come down with your charts in the hand.
Harmeet sir and Atipriya sir for sparing their valuable time and for enlightening us about the entrepreneurship. So big round of applause for them, everyone. Now please, those who are presented, please come on the stage and have a group photograph.
Okay, just an honest review. Did you guys actually enjoy today? मतलब नहीं किया. Okay. See, we are going to have some series of sessions, right? This was just the beginning, and what we are trying to do, we are trying to help you people, like the persons who came down with the ideas, to help you get incubated over here, right? And once you get incubated, because who knows that who's going to be the next Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, right? So the kind of support that university is providing, we are just extending the hand-holding support to you. Right? And if in case you guys have any problem, any solutions, or if you want to come up with anything, you can always come down to us. Dr. Harmeet sits in Robotics and Innovation Lab. I sit down in the CRC department over there, just opposite to the VC office. So we are always approachable, we are always reachable. We have shared the contact numbers with you. You can connect with us on social media platforms also. You can connect with us via calls too. Okay? Thank you so much. Please come.